Hi everyone. In today's Makers Monday video, we're going to be I'm going to be demonstrating a matchbook card design for our next challenge, and that's going to be due on November 28th. So if you're new to the group here, we do card challenges now and then, and I demo a card challenge and everyone tries to make one by a specific date, and then we share a photo of it in the coordinating group. So, hi, I see someone has joined in. I'm glad to have you here. I was just talking about, I went ahead and started for people that will watch this on replay. And that's probably what I'll do from now on, which is a little different from what I used to do. But if you're new to my videos, my name is Laura Mester, and I'm a silver demonstrator in the Cincinnati area. Hi, Terry. Nice to see you come in. Oh, hi, Donna. I'm glad to see you too. I'm glad everyone's coming in. I want to invite you to tag people and share this, and give me a thumbs up. I'm glad to hear from some of you already, but it helps me out if you can give me a thumbs up. Sharing is caring, right? As they say. So let me pause for a second. And oh, hi, Sylvia. Welcome in. I'm going to get my iPad going so I can see comments down there. And while I'm doing that, you go ahead and share this and tell me what you've been up to. If you've been doing snowy adventures or having holiday fun already, holiday things have started. Or if you've been in your crafty corner, which I know some of you have. If Sharon comes in, I know she's already got her Christmas cards going. So, and I think Donna's been working on a few Christmas cards as well. So let me take care of this while you're commenting. Make sure we're recording as we should be, which I think we are. Yes, we are. Good. That's just wonderful. But as we all come in, it's great to see you all. I think that's still working. Come on, everybody. Keep going. Yeah, it is. This technology of ours. So I am going to do the demo today for the challenge card, the matchbook cards. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. And after the demo, I'm going to share some seasonal sale information. We have a big sale starting tomorrow and running through Friday with various amounts of sales on different things in the annual catalog. So you'll want to stick around to hear about that after the demo. And I also am going to start a new feature in these lives, or I'm going to have a question and answer to close out. So if you have any questions, keep a note of them and ask them then. Ooh, six-sided pinwheel. I'll have to hear more about that, Donna. The comments are going by too fast for me. Oh, I can look down here, can't I? Let me take a look at that, if I can get it to go big. Let's see here. I'm always playing with it. Here we go. Six-sided pinwheel for a Thanksgiving card. That sounds neat. Terry, you've been traveling. I'm glad you made it back safe in the snow. Welcome in, Shirley. Good to see you. Oh, you had to clean your mom's house out to sell. Oh, that had to be a little bit tricky. Going through things can be hard, but it feels good when you get it done, I guess. Well, let me keep on going here, girls, as you're sharing your stuff back. Feel free to talk amongst yourself. You know we're fine with that. And I'm going to go ahead and turn us down for this matchbook card challenge demo. It was cased from Karen Titus. So it's a nice and easy project. She always has some great ones. So hang on, everybody. Oh, you're not done yet? Oh, good luck to you then. That's a lot, I know. It's hard to decide what to keep and what to get rid of. Make a memento book, or I made a memento box. That helped me. So let's get in here, get all my notes out of the way that keep me on track. Let's see. All righty. Okay, I'm fairly well organized today. That's a good thing, right? Let's see, hope it keeps up. All righty. And there's Terry's. Okay. These are the cards that I had made. I hope you can see what we're doing with all this. you really can't tell when you first see them, but I'm hoping that's still bright enough for you to see. But the way they work is that they open up at the bottom. This is a little flap, and then you pull that up, and then in there is your greeting. So this is one that I made. Since you see that you have to tuck these, it's important to use a good adhesive on your panels on the front so that it holds them down. There is space in there to tuck things in. I did not on that one, but these are also great as little gift card holders too. So I am going to make some of these for Christmas. And these are all, this one's made with the, oh, what is that one? He's the Man paper. I've actually used most of my He's the Man paper. This is the He's the Man paper right there. And the annual catalog. That will be on the sale tomorrow. Papers are, where did I put that information? Regular DSP is going to be 20% off, and I have used up almost all of mine, so I need to get more. And it comes with 2 sheets of die cuts, which is really neat. So this is actually a die cut, as is this piece of paper there, I believe, and this piece of paper. So in this little, those were all little die cut pieces. This was a very, very easy card. And then inside, you could put a gift card. I put a little money. I wouldn't be mailing that, of course, but I could put a gift card in there because there's a little slot where you tuck it into. So there's another example of one of these. They're just so much fun. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in. And then I also made one with the tea paper, the tea boutique paper, which is also in the annual catalog and will be on the sale for 20% off. And that one opens, and of course, there's a bag of tea in there, and a get well soon. So, or you could make a Christmas one, and I know we had a paper pumpkin that was gingerbread housed. So you could do it and put a gingerbread tea in there. So that would be really, really neat too. So let me show you how to make these. They're really simple and easy. And this will be your challenge card. Has anyone ever made a matchbook card before? No? Well, if you haven't, you're in for a treat. Let me find my paper. Here we go. So you're going to need to have, of course, a card base. So the card base is, oh, I've scored it already too, which is handy. So the card base, and I will post this in the group, which is where those of you who do the card challenge, you know, you put a picture of your creation in there so that we can keep track of them. And the date I've chosen to finish it is the 28th. And the next day, the 29th, I'm planning a Facebook room on a Tuesday evening, and we'll do a little drawing for a prize. But the size of this is 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 10 and 4 3/4. So that's your dimensions. And like I said, I'll post these in the group. So, and I've scored it already so as to make this a little faster. Let me take that off there. And then you need some other pieces of paper. Let's set that aside. So you have a piece of cardstock that's 4 by 4. Get all this out here. You have a piece of DSP that is, so the cardstock was 4 by 4. The DSP is 3 3/4 by 4. I'm sorry, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Obviously to fit onto there. Let's just go ahead and put that on there right now while we're thinking of it. Okay. You can use whatever you want for adhesive on this. This isn't going to be a stress point, so you don't have to worry. Okay. And just line that up however you want. I love this paper, the gourd paper. So I wanted to make sure to highlight that before we get to Thanksgiving. I was looking forward to turkey and pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin rolls better than pumpkin pie when you have the jelly roll type cake with the cream cheese. I don't really want to think about the calories. I just want to eat them. I haven't done one of these yet, Terry, so this is new. And then the next piece of paper you're going to need is you're going to need a 4x4 white. So that's for your inside sentiment. So I've already stamped that. I have that one ready to go. I think the sentiment is an old paper pumpkin. And the acorns are from the Ringed with Nature stamp set that's in the current July through December catalog, which is where this same paper is from. I love those little acorns. I just think they're adorable. So those were those dimensions. You also are going to need a piece of coordinating DSP. This is an old retired piece from some old paper. So this is actually 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 by 4. And then the other things will be the embellishments on the front. Now, you want to take your base and get your bone folder. Give a little fold here and there. Okay. And then you're going to need a stapler. You're going to need some other tools too. You're also going to need a hammer or maybe a pair of pliers. So take your stapler and you want to staple it so that the smooth side is on the back of your card of the staple and the 2 little ends are in here. And when you staple this, you need to staple it down far. I can't show you because it's tucked in. This one I can. On this one. You want to make sure that your staples, if you can see these, are down far enough so that you can tuck it in. They can't be high up, like halfway up that piece of paper. They have to be down near the bottom, probably no more than 1/4 of an inch up, so that you can tuck in your flap. If you do them a little too high, you can always cut a little off the bottom of your front flap. But just as you do this, you want to put it in there. I kind of gauged it by the size of my stapler away from the edge and up from the bottom about 1/4 of an inch. Try to make it straight if you can. And then do another one over here. That one's too high. Let's try that. See how I did. Not bad. Now you need your hammer. So take your hammer and protect your wood. I've got a rubber mat here and a bit of paper behind it so that I don't have the staple go through. And then just flatten those. Yes, hammers are a stamping tool. I have a cute gold hammer somewhere and a little bitty silver one. But could I find them? No, I have this ancient one that's seen more projects than if this hammer could talk, right? This Stampin' Up! Sells staples. No, but if they sold staples, they'd be glimmering, I'm sure. Sorry for the loud noise. There we go. So now that's all good to go. Let's just go ahead and put this together. Like I said, you want to use tear and tape, fast fuse, glue, something more permanent on this. You're going to want to tuck that in too. Well, first thing you should do is this little piece covers those staples up on the front. So go ahead and put that on. I'm going to use glue on that too. Just a little. And just hold glue for a second and it dries pretty quick. You can use some strong adhesive, or you can use some, so line that up, which is hard to do if you don't have good light. My light's always a little off here because if your light's too bright, things don't look that good on a camera. So put that piece across that bottom flap. You can't see that, but that flap is there, giving yourself, the edge around it. And then take your sentiment, and you can use some glue or some adhesive to put that on. Like I said, these are easy. Even if, putting your stamping and stuff doesn't take that long. Might take long on the front if you choose to embellish, but I didn't even embellish the tea one. I just let the cardstock do all the work for me. So you put that down, and you get this on the front. Tuck your flap in here. See, there, your matchbox is closed. If you're seeing that, I'm off camera. Sorry, girls. I have to get higher up. You're probably telling me that. I didn't see it. Oh, you've made these, Cindy. Ah, then you know you got a leg up on the competition this time. They're a great thing to make this time of year because you can use them for gift cards and stuff. So, and I have not made these before. This is a first time I've demoed them. I've never repeated a demo, just to let y'all know. Go ahead and line this up based on where your flap comes up. So just tuck that and get a little, I like using glue because it gives you a little wiggle time to get it straight. That's pretty helpful, especially when but if it's not perfect, oh well. And then I'll finish the embellishing later. But what I did with this one, well, I have it all together. So I did ahead of time, I made a little bow, and I have a little tag that I punched out. And that's a sentiment from a paper pumpkin. And that's there. Let me grab it up here if I can reach. Oh, this is the Ringed with Nature set. And it has, here's the little acorn bottoms that I stamped. They're also mushroom tops. And there's that little acorn hat. But it also comes with dies. So there's the little acorn die and the little acorn body. And I used a little bit of copper, or is it brass? I think that's copper paper. Really, really looks beautiful. And when you buy those foiled papers, I forget, I was talking to someone about foils recently, and helping them decide what foils. I think it was Barbara Miller. A little bit of foil, and you get these sheets, and it's $5 or $10 a pack, but you get these big 12 by 12 of this foil, and it goes such a long way because you're making these little things. If you were to buy little embellishments, that adds up. So, and then I'm just going to pop dot that up. If I can find my pop dots, or my dimensionals as they're actually called. Sorry. I'm going to get in, putting Stampin' Up jail for not saying the right thing. There's no Stampin' Up jail. I'm just making a joke. So, and there's that. I'm just going to toss them around. I do have my little trash can over there that we all love. There we go. And then there's your, because Thanksgiving is coming. And we're done. So easy peasy, right? All right, let us turn it up and we will do a little talk about other things going on. I've got this right here. In case you didn't see that, I guess I could just hold this up and let you look at it, but I've talked about this online. I have a new host code and this starts tomorrow. This is the Stampin' Up! Seasonal Sale, and they did one last year in November. And there's a new host code for it, and it's 20% off all the dies, embossing folders, and regular DSP. So none of the fancy foil ones, but the He's the Man is included in that, and I know the Tea Boutique is, all the ones in that regular section. And the stamps are 15% and the punches are 10%. So it's a pretty nice sale if you've been holding off for something. And that starts tomorrow, like I said, on the items in the annual catalog. So hold tight. Let me get us spun around here so we can finish up. And we'll have some question and answering here at the end. Oh, here we go. Hold on, girls. All right, there we go. What are some of the stamp sets that have a Happy Thanksgiving stamp? That's a good question. I know you have paper pumpkins, so I don't know if you're asking that or what's in the catalog right now. As far as grateful or things like that, I know if since you have paper pumpkins, Cindy, I'll talk those first because those are actually the ones I go to all the time. But not everyone has paper pumpkin. I understand that. But there was the Thanksgiving Fall August 2019, which is quite a while ago. And that's actually, I have a Happy Thanksgiving phrase from there. Sarah, is Happy Thanksgiving in the dies that we have? I believe it is. If you have the word wishes dies, I believe Happy Thanksgiving is a die. And I'm trying to think real quick. Let me look. I don't know offhand which other one. I'll have to look that up and give you the information. So I will look that up and get you an answer if we have. We must have a current one. Oh, hang on. Now I'm challenged to figure it out. There must be one in here, right, girls? But I obviously don't have it on hand. When the picture that was the picture on the live event here showing like the pheasant, I know that one has Happy Thanksgiving on it. So painted pheasant. And this was I think this was the photo I had for the Maker's Monday today. So painted pheasant has a really nice Happy Thanksgiving. Actually, has a gorgeous Happy Thanksgiving if you don't have one. So right offhand, that's the best one I can tell you. So what else was I going to, yeah, so we talked about the new sale. Also, I want to say, if you haven't seen the new Paper Pumpkin, I know I have a lot of Paper Pumpkin girls, the December Paper Pumpkin, it's actually, and you have to line up for that by the 10th or make a decision of December if you want it or not. It's 16 little gift boxes, and they seem to be all occasion, and these little gift boxes fit gift cards, so they're gift card holders. And then there's an additional add-on if you want that has 16 little note cards, and I think those are quite small. So that's kind of cute then. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'm not sure if I publicized it on the page or in the group, but that's what's going on there. Hi, Connie. How are you? It's nice to see you watching with us. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone. I'll go back and answer anything that that I might have missed when I look at this later. Which dies are big, do you think? The ones from the Ringed with Nature? Is that the one you're talking about, Cindy? It is a full-size die, that one, and I used it for that one stamp, or that one card I made with the squirrels. So, where did it go? Here it is. Yeah, that's a full-size die, and it came with a embossing folder. So I need to go back and refresh my memory because one of those things was part of Celebration. Oh, the Word Wishes dies. Yes, they are big. Do you have that one, Cindy? Do you have the Word Wishes? I'm looking two places here. It's easier for me to look at the iPad. Yeah, the Word Wishes is they did retire that, I think, at the last catalog. It's not still in, is it, Sarah? No. Pretty sure Word Wishes got retired last time they revamped the annual. But it did have most all of the holidays. Yeah. So that one's nice because it's a large, it's like having a die cut of the two words, Happy Thanksgiving. And then you can put it pretty much centered on the front of a card. And that was the same way for Merry Christmas. And that's my Happy New Year that I use. Yeah, it is retired. So they've gone on to other things. Any other questions anyone has real quick before we go? Anyone else have Laura freezing or just me? Shirley, did we lose you? I am cold, Shirley, but I'm not freezing. It's very warm in my craft room. It's one of the warmer rooms in the house because it's central. If you're freezing, Shirley, come over here and watch with me and you'll warm up. Sorry to look down, but it's just easier, girls. It's more flattering with the high angle, but I can't read the words that far away. I'm so glad everyone stopped in tonight. It just seems like with the time change, it got freezing cold and then really dark, and all of a sudden we're plunged into winter, which I like it when it's cold. I will say that. Well, I guess that's it for now, everyone. Like I said, the next event will be the Facebook room. I'm going to try holding one on a Tuesday evening for something different at 8 p.m. And your challenge cards are due. Share a picture in the group by the 28th, so that on the 29th during the room, we'll pull a prize winner from those that have made a card. Thanks for coming tonight, everybody. We'll do another live again in December, I promise. It was a long time. I had skipped October. I was quite busy with several things. So thanks for coming, everyone. I'll talk to you again soon. Have a great evening and have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I have a Thanksgiving bouquet there so I can wish you happy Thanksgiving. So talk to you later. Bye-bye.